everyone. This is Gilmer, and this is episode 4. I don't remember. Episode 4 of my Let's Play 30 Years War. And when I left you last, I was having trouble with supply, and I asked the developer about supply, and he said it's working as intended. And so I just have to deal with this supply situation. I know that it's going to be tough, and I'm sure that's probably what it was like in real life, is that supply was tough. I do know that after watching other episodes that I can build a depot in some of these towns, and hopefully that will pull supply. When I get this supply down here, I will build a depot here as well. And I have a depot here as well. Wait a minute. Let's move him there. And when I get a depot here, I'll build a depot. When I get a supply wagon here, I'll build a depot in Linz. So we'll see if that works. I do have General Tilly, Count of Tilly, besieging Prague at this point. I have 2 units out here somewhere. Or maybe it's just 1 unit out here. Helping the loyalty of certain regions. And I turned the music back on, and I might have to turn it off again because I think it's going to be loud again. Let's do that already. Sorry to do this. I know people probably like to hear the music, and it is part of the game, but I have a hard time getting it just right. So we usually have it turned off, and I know that some people probably like to hear it. It's not music from the time, but it is nice music for this type of game. It's martial type music, so I'm sure a lot of people would like to hear that music, but I just have a hard time keeping it on because I have a hard time of making sure that it's actually not playing above my voice. So yeah, I don't think it's a good idea for me to try that. I think I'm going to move this formation. This formation we received last turn, I believe, or 2 turns ago, and it was locked. And it is Spanish troops, Cordoba Army. And if I click on him, I'm sure that I will get a pop-up of, well, it's cycling through every one of the elements. And we'll see what he did. Descendant of the famous El Gran Capitan. I don't know who El Gran Capitan is. And veteran soldier on his own, competent and experienced. He was Spinola's second in command in Flanders, was appointed to hold the Palatinate in 1621. Never heard of him. Never heard of his father or whoever it was, his ancestor, El Gran Capitan. If he's Spanish, I'm sorry, I don't know a lot about Spain's history at all. Let's face it, I just have a surface knowledge of just Europe itself and England itself. Although I will say I know a little bit more about England's history than many other nations, except maybe Poland. Let's see. Maybe I'll look up El Gran Capitan, but I don't know who that is. But this guy is a pretty decent general. His offensive is not the greatest. Defensive is pretty good. He has a couple of abilities called Catholic and good commander. His strategic rating is fairly decent. It's not great, but it is decent, and he is active this turn, so we got that going for us at least. This city does not have a depot, but it's a fairly large city, so it should be building or producing supplies. Mannheim is not a large city. Well, I don't know if a size 2 city is a large city, but a size 4 city I think is a fairly pretty good sized town or city. And Mannheim's just a size 2 city. Heidelberg, size 3 city. And Philipsburg, size 2 city. Baden, size 2 city. So maybe what I'll do, I know just by looking at the listing of the elements or formations underneath this guy, it doesn't tell me the power. But I know just looking at it, it has something like 5 or 6 regular infantry, 5 or 6 cavalry, 1 artillery. That's going to be a fairly significant force. It's going to be more than this force. I can pretty much guarantee you. I don't know how much bigger it is, but I don't want to go crazy with it. And something I want to do is not that. Decisions. I want to put expert gunner on this fort. And are there any other things I can put on it? I don't think I'll build military units. Defensive force reinforcements there. I want to see something. I saw this in another Let's Play, and I just want to check it out and see if it is possible. Convert to Catholic. I thought I saw. Yeah. I can play these on actual states that I didn't realize. So I'm going to play it on these two, and hopefully they'll come to our side. They're already leaning 55 to 45 to us, and they are too. So that's good for me. Let's zoom back in, and I have Dampierre up here. He has taken Olmutz, actually, which is good. His supply level is good. It's winter. I think I'll just keep him here. We'll move those guys up because I don't think Brian has anybody actually guarding them. It might spawn a garrison if somebody attacks, but I don't know that I should trust that. This guy, Bukoy, he is not very strong at the moment. He doesn't have a lot of supply, and he doesn't have a lot of cohesion, but he's doing okay. This guy's down a little bit. Tilly is doing just fine. I think you have to get 2 breaches or a breach for each size of the fort before you can actually an assault, press an assault. I don't know if I want to assault at 700 power when I'm just 800 power, but we'll see. Some of the other things, let's see, F4, F5. I don't really like this. I don't like spending 5 for 2 war supplies. Let's see what my replacements look like, because I do have a pretty good amount of money right now for replacements. Um, 4,000 thalers, don't know why it won't let me buy anything for that, but now I am out of thalers. Okay. F5, F6, F7. Now let's see. We do have a decision that will actually I don't really have anywhere to play that, do I? It'll give me 7 thalers, the 7,000 thalers, and oh, I do. I can play it on Frankfurt. And we'll play that. Requisitions. Okay. That's that. So let's save this. And let's get out of that. Protestant succeeded in retreating battle before Olmütz, of course. Okay, so that's the Spanish group in Frankfurt over there. The one led by Cordoba. We have arrived in Prague. Bavarian army was hit by 8 hit points. Our armies have cost us 3 money. We've gained Olmütz. And the Budweiser garrison is unsupplied. Budweiser garrison. Well, that's not very nice. So let's see. Okay. Let's move him here. Let's go ahead and execute a turn. So anyway, I've been pretty busy over the last week and haven't played this game much. I actually played some other games. I've had the game Dishonored sitting on my hard drive for probably over a year now, and decided to play it out. And it was it was a pretty good little game. Nice little game. I like the stealth portions of it, and very interesting. Interesting and good stuff. This guy's in trouble. We're running out of supply. Let's look at our message. Tax income from Frankfurt. Tax income from Vienna. All good. We are besieging Prague, but have done nothing. Like cavalry, Cordoba, Spinelli. Yeah. Half musketeer. We have finished building a depot in Krems. Good. All good. Now let's build a depot here at Linz. It doesn't really say. I guess the region is named Linz as well. Whereas this is Krems, but the city is Budweis. Right, Linz. Okay, we're going to build a depot in Linz. We're going to build a couple of supply wagons, and hopefully we'll do all right. The one I build here, I'll move up to here, and we'll increase this depot size to 2 if we're allowed to, and same with this one down here. This ends in 1 turn. What is this? Expert gunner. Prague is besieged. All right. Mannheim is besieged. They have 596 power. We have 566, but we have them trapped inside. I don't know if they can sally forth without another force coming up, which this force very easily could do. Actually, let's put him on defensive posture and just see what that does for us. We have started building a depot in Krems. It was finished. We have successfully influenced Bethlen Gabor. What does that mean? I don't know. Because it doesn't say he's left the war or anything. I don't know. Maybe all these are Holy Roman Empire, because I think that was Bethlen Gabor's regions, and now they're Holy Roman Empire. I hope that's the case. It certainly would be nice. F9, they're at 99, we're at 100. Hamburg, Frankfurt. Frankfurt is not. It says it's completely uncontrolled. Wonder if we could build a. Nope. Well, so much for that. We'll move him back. Supply of 0. That's not good. Supply of 7. That is alright. We'll move him back and we'll move them back. And hopefully that'll work and everybody will be happy. Let's save our turn. And let's proceed to the next turn. Hopefully that expert gunner will get me a breach, and I'll also have a breach just developed on my own. Man, that units available. Imperial pikemen, Imperial arquebusiers, Imperial cuirassier, arquebusier, cuirassier. Infantry. Show other land units. Alright. Has a size 1 depot. Has a size 1 depot. We will move him up. And we will make hopefully another depot. Supply of 6. He's in good shape. Wonder if we can assault. We really probably don't want to, since they are at 700 power. Might be time to bring him home. I'm going to lock him so that he doesn't combine with anybody. We'll try. Well, if that unit was any smaller, or those formations were any less powerful, I'd try it, but I don't know. 38 days. All right. These guys don't do a real good job of living off the land, do they? Still nothing. $572 to $571. Well, let's see. What do we have here? It said this was successful last turn, so I wonder. I've got plenty of supplies. F3, F4. All right. These turns go by really quickly, to be quite honest with you. They are just flying by. I've already done what? Was it 16, 18, 16, 19, 16, 20? I've already done 3 years. I don't even realize it. You don't. You just go right through them. So it's what, 27 more years to go? Save. Let's see what we can see. Death of Paul V. Paul V, Pope Paul V, dies of a stroke in the Quirinal Palace at the age of 68. His successor will be Gregory XV. Okay. We can ask the Spanish for more aid. Might as well. More Spanish reinforcements arrive. That is quite all right. This one has, wait a minute. That's not very much. I hope that's not the ones they're talking about, because that would be pretty piss poor. See, the supply here is at 8 now, and the supply here is at 11. That's not there yet. I thought I was sending a supply to here. Received yearly decisions. Oh, okay. What are my yearly decisions? Oh. My conversion to Catholic is replenished. So let's see. Nope, nobody there. I can play that here. Let's see. Salzburg. That's owned by me. besieging Mannheim. We're... You sons of guns. Dragoon, supply. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. So let's... Upkeeping a family. We'll just 3 money. Unsuccessful. Alright. Well... We'll do what we can do. It really sucks that this is now no breach. Time to bring him home. Let's see. He's at pretty good. He's at a pretty good level there. I wonder if... No, it won't let me build any supply units. I was hoping it would. Let's try expert gunner and see what will happen there with expert gunner. We'll try it again. They look like they're dropping in power. They're only at 524 and I'm at 926 now, so things are going a lot better in that sense, although I'm getting concerned about his supply. Let's see. Supply 3, ammo 17. And how much does this army eat per day? It doesn't really say. Wait a minute. Trench values 1. Detection values. You are at 21%. Your current stock is at 42 and your rate usage is 50 a turn. Well, that's not good. So it's this turn, do or die. Or next turn, anyway. At least within the next 2 turns, we're going to have to do something about that. Let's see. The only other thing we can look at is this one. I wonder if he's getting any supply from there. Although that supply... Moving him back. We'll build a depot there. It doesn't have a depot, so I'm going to build one. We'll see what we can see if it works. So let's run the turn and see what goes on, see what happens. And it was a relatively quiet month. The Spanish king has sent some help to the emperor. We may ask Pope Gregory the 15th for help, which we do. And so then, oh my God, look at that. They surrendered. They surrendered in Prague. That is unbelievably awesome. That is awesome. Because I was out of supply. I'm gonna put him inside the city. I don't think he has anybody to come up there and challenge me in that city. We still have Olmutz. We still have Brunn. This has a size 1 depot. We can... Size 2 depot. And supply level is 15. So that's how I'm going to fix the supply problem. I have to build depots in these cities. And these come back, but they don't come back. I think it takes them a couple of turns to come back, but they do come back, and they are buildable again, which is very, very good for me. Works very well, and we're going to build a supply depot there. So that is awesome. The Protestants surrendered in Prague. Oh, and look at my morale. Because what happened is Prague is 7, so I went up 7 points for taking Prague, but I also went up 1 point because of their unit surrendering. Surrender and disband. They lost 1 point for the troops inside Prague surrendering and disbanding, and then I gained 7 points for taking Prague. Very, very nice indeed. And their morale is 91. So that's how you really hit them where it hurts. You take their cities. So Wurzburg, Heidelberg, Stettin, and Stralsund. I can bring their morale down just by these. What is that? Who is Leipzig controlled by the Saxons? And they usually come in on the side of the Protestants because they're Protestant. So anyway, right now I can gain 20, 22, 24 from the Protestants just from taking cities alone. Now if they surrender, which you'd think that they would show it in their losses or prisoners taken, but those didn't change. Oh well, maybe that's something I'll bring up with the developer, because you'd think that would be added into one of those columns at least if they surrendered. So let's see. What does this say? How much supply? 35, 7. Does he have a supply unit? He does. Does Prague have Prague depot, size 3 depot? Okay. So there you go. That's how you're able to fix your supply problems. I knew I could build depots in their other games. I thought because this is easy, I mean not easy supply, but I thought that this was the simplified supply rules like they used in wars in America, that you weren't able to build depots. But I saw in other games that people were building depots, and so that's when I realized that's what you have to do. Or that's when I realized that's probably what you had to do. I didn't know for sure until I actually did it, but it has worked out very well. Look at that. Imperials 65%. Protestants 35%. Let's see. He's inactive. I really don't want to do it if he's inactive. He doesn't have a commander. Spinelli, Brigada. I thought we were... Whoa. Oh. I thought we recruited a colonel at some point. And if we did, where did he go? Because I don't see him anywhere. Is this him? Yeah, that's him. Let's take him out. He's not doing anything. I don't know if... I think somebody said that there is not, or has not been observed, a penalty, a command type penalty for troops of different states or nations being led by commanders of different states or nations. So I'm going to put a Bavarian general in with some Spanish troops and see if that works out. Either way, he'll probably do better than having a 20% penalty like they already have. Now let's see. Has he built his depot, or is that this turn? That's this turn. Okay. Supply Cordoba has arrived in Frankfurt, but Supply joined the Bukoy army. He's building a depot. Good. Supply wanted to upkeep of troops in the field. Cost us 1 money. Why is that? It's dropped from 3 to 2. From 3 to 1. We have started building a depot in Linz. With capture of Prague and Bohemia is a tremendous day for our nation. You gain control of Prague and region Prague. You gain control of Prague and region Prague. You gain control of Prague depot in region Prague. So what that means is the first one, or one of these, is the fort, and another one is a city. That's why it's repeated there. The decision expert gunner is not valid. That's because I took Prague. The Holy Roman Empire takes control of Protestant properties. Some Protestants leave the region. That was in Pressburg. It's not going to go to it. An attempt to perform the event was unsuccessful. Bavarian army is partially unsupplied. Elements of our units are affected by our inability to pay their upkeep. So that is the problem. When you run out of money, your troops start deserting. Well, that's why next time I'll know that, and I'm not going to run myself dry on money. So that's a good thing to remember. Don't ever run yourself to zero in money, because then you can't pay your troops. Let's save this turn. If it's March, if I can get him supplied, then the next thing is to take Pilsen. That's my strategy. That was a pretty big army that surrendered too. So that's one unit completely taken off the board of theirs. That's a pretty big swing in power, really. Death of Philip III. A lot of people dying. The King of Spain, Philip III, dies in Madrid at the age of 42. That's kind of young. Colonel has arrived in Pressburg. See? He supplies. Provided command 6, required command 4. So he has made them much more powerful just because he's controlling it. And we took them. We took Pressburg. So, very nicely done, sir. You shall be commended at the next military parade. We'll give you a medal, and maybe we'll even promote you to general at some point. Oh, I wonder if I can. Enable group command for this later. Oh, let's see. I'm going to put the mic down for just a second. Hopefully it won't shuffle around too much. And so there we go. He is now a brigade commander, I guess. Enable group command, a group commander. Force march. Promote leader. Promote leader. Promote leader. None of these people are promotable. How about Tilly? I don't know if I need to build another depot here. It's a size 3 depot. He seems to be doing okay. Maybe the next one is to come up here and take Breslau or Gorlitz. Munchen or Salzburg is mine. Munchen is mine. Regensburg is mine. So that's the city I was talking about, that the books that I was talking about, Hangman's Daughter books. Sorry about that. For some reason or another, the thing decided to just drop right out of my hand. And I am holding it. I need to get a mic stand. So I apologize for that if it made a bad sound. But what I was saying was the wolf, not the wolf, the Hangman's Daughter books are set in the Diocese of Augsburg. And the main character, or one of the main characters, is the Hangman of Schongau, the name of the city. And he actually served in the 30 Years' War under Count Tilly. And that's who took Prague. So the Hangman of Schongau is in this group of men. Well, anyway, I digress, I guess. So he has a depot there now, so let's move him down again and see if we can't take Mannheim. These cities are all money-making cities, so I need Mannheim and I need Heidelberg. And that will put a serious dent in their ability to make war. And that's a money-making city too, Augsburg. So, still a little upset over dropping my microphone. It's a little expensive to be just dropping on the floor like that. Hope it's still working correctly. He's in fairly good supply, yep. They're in good supply, yep. They've got good supply here, so let's go ahead and just save this turn and see what happens next. Control of Bavaria. Control the cities of Munich, Regensburg, and Augsburg means the control of regional resources. This will give you some money, war supplies, and engagement points. Well, I do control those, don't I? Augsburg, München, and Regensburg. So I do control those. Some Spanish troops are sent to Flanders. Well, okay. Spinelli has arrived at Vienna. Cordoba army has arrived at Mannheim. Upkeep of the units in the field has used 3 money. I'm running out of money again. It's not good. I'm able to ask the Pope for some more money, but where can I requisition some money? I'll do that. See how that works. I hope it works. F9. 92. See, their morale's already went back up 1. Frankfurt. Controlled by us. We're making 45 victory points a turn while they're making 12. We're not doing too badly on the victory points level. This guy's going to sit here. Now see, he split up his forces. I don't know where the rest of his troops have gone, but He only has one regular guy in there now. So let's see what happens next. I probably should have done expert gunner on Mannheim. Oh, he's moved to Stuttgart. Now he's moved to Heidelberg. Is he going to cross the river? I guess not. Some troops are sent to Flanders again. Mainz. We besieged Mannheim but have achieved nothing. Group receive veteran pikemen, pet veteran pikemen. The garrison of Stuttgart has been mustered on day 8, but they decided not to do anything. They decided not to stay there. We took some money, food, and horses, and even tools and Linz and Vienna. Let's see what their loyalty is now, because that's supposed to hurt loyalty. Yep, it's flipped. Not this one, though. This one's still 100%. But that one is not good. I've got to do something about that. Convert to Catholic. Some people have loyalty is 60. Duration 6 turns. Must not besiege if it has a city. All right, then. They are back to full strength. They got 25 and they've, supplies went up twice too. So they have enough. Their supply wagon is full. It's time to take Pilsen back. Huzzah! As they say in some of those games or whatever. So, these guys are back to full strength. Let's use these guys to convert some of these regions to Imperial. And what else? He's kind of low. Why is he down to just 375? Oh well. Where's this decision? Decisions. We'll build some defensive works there. If that guy crosses a river, we'll see if he can do well against me while he's crossing a river. So let's save this turn, and then I'm going to execute this one turn, and then I'm going to call this episode to a close. It's been going on about almost 50 minutes now. So yeah, this has been a pretty good little turn here. I've done a lot of good work. I've taken Prague. I've taken Pressburg. I've solidified my gains at Olmütz and Brunn. I think at least one of these were originally Holy Roman Empire, and I brought it back into the fold. Tilly is completely supplied. I've rectified my supply situation, so I'm feeling pretty good in my position right now. I'm feeling pretty good. My money's pretty good. That's enough for 6 months. That should be enough money to get me through to the next. Wow. I keep selecting that. I never get a message saying that he sent money and then it's available the next turn. It's a little strange. Is it not firing? So execute this turn, and then we'll see where we are at this point. There's Tilly going towards Pilsen. The Protestants have asked England for help. Some Spanish troops are sent to Flanders. Tax income from Frankfurt. Tax Exceptional income from Vienna. Nice. Nicely done. We are besieging Mannheim, but have achieved nothing. Light cavalry regiment has arrived in Melnik. Dragoons has arrived in Stain. And he's already converted that population. So will Bavarian army has suffered 13 hits from foul weather and or exhaustion. The Bavarian army has arrived at Pilsen. Oops. The upkeep of the units in the field has cost us 3 money. And it didn't. See? I might have to talk to the developer on that one. Okay. This has been going on for about 51 minutes. So I think I'm going to close this episode for now, and thank you very much for watching. I know that a lot of you have probably been watching the Random Gamers Let's Play of 30 Years War. He's doing an excellent job, and so I don't know if you're watching his and mine. He's probably doing a lot better job than I am. He seems to be much better at these games than I sure am, because I'm over here complaining about supply, and he looks like he's swimming in supply. So that's probably my fault, but he's doing a real good job, and I know he just went on vacation, so I'm going to try to step up my posting of videos for the next few days, so you'll be able to get your fix of 30 Years War. And anyway, I do appreciate you watching my videos. Thanks a lot. I will see you next time.